Good morning. Can I remind you of something today? The Bible tells us a very encouraging word in Romans chapter 15, verses 5. May the God who gives endurance and encouragement give you the same attitude of mind towards each other that Christ had. There are levels to your dealing with other people. Now, we know that people come into our lives for a reason, season, and a lifetime. First thing you got to distinguish is, why are those people even in your life? But the fact of the matter is, regardless of why they're in your life, God gives you the endurance and encouragement for those individuals. Yep, I know that people are hard to deal with in your life. I know that they get on your nerves. I know that they won't change. I know that they're negative. I know that if they had the opportunity, they would stab you in the back. But God wants to give you a different mindset. He wants you to be selfless. What that specifically means is not thinking of your own interests. Now, when you deal with them, don't let your guard down. Be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. What that means is just believe who they are, set your boundaries, allow yourself to not have negative energy towards them, and always allow yourself to be patient, to be kind, to be loving, but just to be smart more than anything. I think the reason why this message is important is because sometimes we harbor emotion towards people that we shouldn't have. We harbor emotion towards people that God doesn't even have towards them. We harbor emotion towards people that we're not supposed to have towards them. And if you're truly a believer of Christ, loving someone cannot be done in your own power. Loving someone has to come from a divine power. Endurance and encouragement has to come from a divine power. And that divine power tells us that we're not loved based on who we are and based on what we supply for others or what we give others. So why are you loving people transactionally? Why are you loving people for what they have done for you lately? God doesn't love you for what you have done lately. He loves you because of who he is. So if you truly call yourself a follower of the Most High, then you will have the same attitude and the same mind towards others that Yahweh has towards others. So this is my encouraging word for you as I close. Number one, be yourself. What I mean by that is you need to be organically who you are. You need to ask God, who am I as a person? And then whoever you are, whatever God tells you that you are,